we got to know them in season 1, and now we can find out a little bit more of what makes them tick, and make them enter their inner caves, or face their demons, or at least acknowledge them.
After an award-winning first season, Ted Lasso returns to lead AFC Richmond back to glory in season 2 of the Apple TV Plus series.
I believe in communism. Rom-communism, that is. If Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan can go through some heartfelt struggles and still end up happy, then so can we.
Stars Jason Sudeikis, Brendan Hunt, and Hannah Waddingham opened up to The Hollywood Reporter about the new season of the comedy with a whole lot of heart.
How does season 2 dive deeper into the emotional side of the show?
The second season is what we spoke about early on in the writers' room. It was really about going into these characters. We got to know them in season 1, and now we can find out a little bit more of what makes them tick, and make them enter their inner caves, or face their demons, or at least acknowledge them.
The fans have fallen in love with the multiple layers and the as I would say, shit and shinola of all of the company members. But more so this time, we are fleshing out every single person, whether it be their misgivings about things, or the impact that their families have had on them. And you're also going to see a lot of pairings in scenes that you've never seen before. And I think that's great fun to be able to play out those as well.
To the family we're born with, and to families we make along the way. To Richmond!
Season 2 introduces some new characters, including sports psychologist Dr. Sharon Fieldstone, played by Sarah Niles. The actors teased how the doctor might switch things up.
She's a sports psychologist who theoretically is there to help the players with their, the turmoil and storms going on inside their brain, which is, kind of Ted's thing. So they have to work that out.
When we had the read-through of when Sharon Fieldstone comes in, afterwards, Juno and I spoke, and we were like, it's like we're all children, and this voice, this elegant voice and this elegant presence joins the picture. It's the extra element of the show that we didn't know we needed.
While Ted will learn a lesson or two from Dr. Fieldstone, star Jason Sudeikis says he's also learned and grown from playing his infectiously optimistic character.
Jason, there are so many life lessons that us, the audience, can learn from watching Ted Lasso. But what's one lesson you've learned from playing Ted Lasso?
Well, it's one that I knew intellectually that I think I lost track of. But it is, I think, that be curious, not judgmental. But it was rooted in the pitch for the show. We always wanted to explore Ted as the antithesis of the bad male cocktail, being arrogant and ignorant. Ignorance is fine when it's, I think, coupled with curiosity as opposed to arrogance. So but I think for me personally, I had lost a little bit of touch with that. And it's nice to be reminded.
Coach Lasso continues to drop his signature inspirational one-liners in season 2. The stars shared their favorite Ted Lasso quotes.
You know what you do with tough cookies? Dip them in milk.
One that comes to mind is in the finale of the first season. When Ted is talking about the phrase, it's the hope that kills you. Ted sort of gives his spin on it and says, I think it's the lack of hope that comes to get you. And that's one that I do, believe in wholeheartedly.
The one about it better to be sad and together rather than sad and alone. I loved that. And I loved that it came at a time when the hierarchy between the brass of the office and the players had all joined forces in that locker room. And I love the fact that he's basically saying it to all of us, and that the audience have come through with us and understand that that's going to fall into each of our heads differently.
For more on season 2 of Ted Lasso, go to THR.com. For The Hollywood Reporter News, I'm Tiffany Taylor.